because we have some newbies joining us. Okay, please don't forget, we are also streaming this same session live on Zoom, okay? And also it's also being recorded. So that means if you miss any part, you can still get back to Zoom. You can still get back to YouTube rather. And of course, try to listen and watch it again, okay? All right, so once you get to forexfactory.com, it opens up something like this for you. Now, usually to open up the activities for that particular day. So once you click on this word calendar up here, it shows you the news for the whole of the week. So our attention, our focus is always on this impact here. I'm sure you can see this impact, these colors here. Okay, so the yellow is low impact, brown is medium impact for the new ones joining us for today. And of course, the red is high impact news. So our attention is always drawn to the high impact news. So the high impact is the magnets we have here. So it draws our attention, okay? So for today, being Tuesday, the 27th of June, we're expecting a high impact news, right? That will actually move the market very well, and that market and the currency to affect is the Canadian dollar, okay? And what time? Of course, you can see it here, 1:30 p.m. So guys, you don't want to snooze on this one, right? So you want to be awake, stay at alert, okay? So that you can take advantage of this particular one. So CPI is simply consumer price index, right? So it measures changes in price of goods and services. So consumer spending is one of the very key indicator we use to know what is happening in an economy, right? Because consumer spending actually drives the economy. People having money to spend. All right, so if the results here, so this is the result of the news, right? So we'll be expecting this result by 1:30 p.m. today. Okay, so by 1:30 p.m. today, for the newbies joining us, there will be numbers here. There will be numbers here. Okay, so if that number is greater than this forecast number, then it's good for the Canadian dollar. Of course, if it is less than, then it's bad, right? So by greater than, I mean if the actual year, right? So this column is actual. If the actual year comes out maybe 0.6, right? So of course you agree with me, 0.6 is bigger than 0.4, right? On the number line, 0.6 is bigger than 0.4. So that number will come out green. So that means you have to buy Canadian dollar, right? By 1:30 p.m. to make money. You buy Canadian dollar. But before that 1:30 p.m., you can still scalp Canadian dollar, right? You can see trade, but take note, by 1:30 p.m., this instrument called CAD will move very well. So all of the currency pair that has CAD will be affected. For example, USD CAD, CAD JPY, Euro CAD, all of those CAD will be affected. Okay, it will be affected. Please, you want to even set an alarm, right, on your phone to remind you. Maybe you can set the alarm by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, right? Such that you can have like a space of 30 minutes to come and prepare for the news. All right, then that's what we have for 1:30 p.m. Then of course, see today we have another high impact news called consumer confidence, right? Consumer confidence, and that's on USD. So also by 3 p.m. we're having a news on USD. So same thing here, please. Actual greater than forecast. So if it's good for the dollar, then of course the dollar will appreciate, right? So if it is bad for the dollar will depreciate. We don't know what it will be for now. So we want to keep our finger crossed, waiting for 3 p.m. today in the afternoon. Okay, so if you have a trade already on USD, make sure that trade is having stop loss and take profits. Okay, remember, stop loss and take profit, very important for trading success. Okay, most person trade without putting stop loss, always expecting it to turn. Yes, it does turn, but it doesn't turn all the time. Okay, so please always have stop loss whenever there is a high impact news like this, because it can drive the market in any direction depending on the outcome. Okay, and you want to be very fast, and you, of course, you want to trade this news with a lower time frame. So your normal time frame may be 1 hour, maybe 30 minutes. You want to go down to a lower time frame like 1 minute or even 5 minutes just for the purpose of trading news. Remember, we don't actually, in quotes, trade news, we scalp the news. You may want to write it somewhere. If you're a new trader, write it down. We scalp the news. That means we don't stay long trading news. So because of that, we don't equally use a higher time frame in trading news. Okay, so you can use the highest you can use is 15 minutes, or you can use 5 minutes, or you can even use 1 minute to trade news. Okay, all right, so that's what we're expecting for today. Now, but from now, this is just it, right? So we're going to look at the market in a technical form, right? And of course, at the end of this and at the end of your journey as a technical trader, you become a technical analyst, right? Technical analyst, which is good. All right, then. So I'll just switch over to my chart right now so that we can start the. Okay, someone is asking, Chinedu, very fine name there. Say, is it everything that has to do with USD that the news will affect? The answer is yes. Gold equally has to do with USD, so it will affect gold. So that's your answer there, right? Now let me switch over to my chart. Now I can see that we have more persons joining us, right? So this is a morning market review, rally trade, right? So this session holds from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. every morning. Okay, thank you very much for joining us. This is Emmanuel Odogu. Okay, so let me switch over to my chart right now. So I am switching over to my chart. Thank you very much for staying with me. So I am on the chart right now. So please just type chat if you can hear me. So you're asking about US 100. Yeah, it also affects US 100. Okay, so make sure you have stop loss and take profit. So I think I can see you there. That means we are right now on our chart. So you can see our chart. So like the custom here is to look at first. I normally start with the US index. So US index, as you can see at the top left here, USD IDX, right? So you also have it on your market watch. You go down the market watch, you get to see it. So you always look at this USD index for every time you want to trade any of the currency pair that has to do with USD, okay? That's to do with USD, okay? All right, so now this USD index measures the strength of the United States dollars, right, against a basket of other major currencies, right, like the euro of this world, the Japanese yen, the New Zealand dollars, the Australian dollars. So you want to know the two strengths of the dollar. You look here. So now, as a custom, like what we always do, you always check the news every morning. Now, for you to also trade, you also need to check the USD index. Okay. So now you can check the USD index on several time frame. It will be good. Okay, someone is asking in Yobom, is it advisable to place a sell order and buy order of a particular pair at the same time? Now, if you place a buy and sell order on a particular pair at the same time, that's called edging. That means the buy is edging the sell is also edging the buy, right? So it means you'll be making profit. If the market is going upward, trading to the upside, you'll be making profit on the buy, right? Now the sell will be taking that profit. So that means you have locked up the trade. You have locked up the trade. So it's not advisable, except you have built a strategy around it. One of the strategies you can build around it is maybe you place buy and sell, then maybe the price move up to a verified resistance, right? So that means the buy should be on profit. Then you can now close the buy, right? Then of course wait for that resistance to act on the price. And of course you can see verified resistance on a higher time frame, right? So wait for the price to act on wait for the market to act on the movement. So of course, when the price starts going down, that means the negative on the sell will not start reducing. Now, please, it's not advisable, except you have built a successful strategy around it. So that's for you in your bomb there. So we can continue, right? So from what we have here, you can see that the instrument is still has been trading to the downside, right? So if you have been following up this analysis, you notice we normally use market structure analysis for this, okay? So this is a movement to the downside on the H4 time frame. And of course, this is a retracement to the upside, right? So this is like ABCD in trading right now, ABCD, right? So this is another push to the downside. We give us a break of structure because it actually went below this low, right? So that means the downtrend is still successful until we had this change of character here, shift. So normally the market is not supposed to go above this high, but guess what, sir? It has traded above this high. So that we call it a change of character, or you can call it market structure shift, right? MSS. So we have our MSS somewhere around here. We have our MSS somewhere around here. So that's a shift. So the question you want to ask yourself, why didn't that shift happen somewhere here? Something like this. Look up, please. Why didn't that shift happen somewhere here, right? Because this is a impulse to the downside, breaking of structure to the downside. This is now, if you notice, stop here. It did not go above this high, right? It stopped here before it started going down. So it did not happen here. So the reason why it did not happen here is because the strength is still very strong, pushing to the downside. But guess what? It happened here. So that means there is a kind of weakness there's a kind of strength on the dollar right now, right? There is a kind of strength on the dollar because it was going down then because before we have this movement. Okay. Now, please, I'm analyzing on H4 time frame. Please don't get me wrong. Then later we'll now go down to a lower time frame like 30 minutes and of course 15 minutes to look at for what is happening there. Okay. So this analysis covers for swing traders, and of course, when we go down to lower time frame, it will cover for intraday and scalpers. Okay, so I'll just use my Fibonacci there. So I'll draw from a point A to drag it to a point B, right? Follow me, please. From this point A, I'll drag to a point B. So I'll be expecting a retracement that will enter. So after a shift, right, the market normally goes through retracements, and that retracement is giving you opportunity for a better price. Of course, a better price if you want to buy is a cheaper price, a lower price. So that is what the market is trying to give you. Yes, the market is trying to trade lower, right? Market is trying to trade lower, and once it falls below my 50, 61.8, 78.6, that area is not a bad area to consider buying. So all of this area, right, 60 from all of this area, so the market is expected to trade inside this area before it started going up. Okay, first started going up. So for the fact that it's retracing, I mean it's trading towards the downside, that suggests that we are seeing some weakness, right? So I'll go lower to H1 time frame so that we can see that weakness. So if you watch carefully, there is a weakness here, right? There's a weakness here. So we have some weakness here. So we are seeing weakness in the dollar, right, on the lower time frame, right? So for us intraday traders, scalpers, we want to take advantage of that weakness. Now, for those of us very familiar with candlestick pattern, right? So you can see here we have a bearish engulfing. Here we also have a bearish engulfing, which is fine and good. So these are signs and signals that the market wants to trade lower. But take note, this market trading lower is just is not like you're going to trade lower for a long time, right? So USD is going to be weak. It's not going to be weak for a long time. So we are anticipating this move towards the downside. Take note, very important. Okay. All right, then. So that is what we're seeing on the dollar. Now let's confirm this same thing from financialvisuals.com, right? Financial Visuals. For those of you joining us for the first time, let me switch over to now. We have seen weakness. Please take notes. We have seen weakness in the dollar. That's what analysis is all about. Trying to know if there is strength in a currency or currency pair, or if there is weakness in a currency or currency pair. Please, that's what analysis is all about. Trying to know if there is strength in an instrument or if there is weakness. So let's confirm this same weakness, right, in the dollar this morning from Financial Visuals. So please follow me. I will share my screen again right? I hope I am carrying you guys along and you guys are really following me. All right, so let me share my screen again, quick one. So let's confirm that same movement for financial visuals. So I hope you can see my screen, right? So let me do this again from the beginning. So you just type on your browser www.financialvisuals.com. I hope you can see this. It's called Finviz. So finviz.com. Guys, can you see this? One person should just type I am following. Just type I'm following. Only one person, please. What I say to one, I say to all. One person should type I'm following. Let me be sure you guys are following. Thank you, sir. I can see you there, Mr. Sunday. So so once you get to this website, you can see this website, please. Now you click on this button called Forex. You can see my mouse pointer, Forex, then it opens up for you. Then of course you click on performance at the top left. You can see my pointer, right? Performance. So we are trying to confirm the weakness we saw, right? Take note, please. We are trying to confirm the weakness we saw. So once you get to performance, you'll see the 1 day relative performance, right, of the dollar against other major currencies, right? So from here you can see that the currencies towards my left are the strong currency. So this is like a currency meter, okay? So you can be using this for those of us scalping the markets, right? So majority of new traders are scalpers. So for those of us scalping the market, you may want to be using this. It's sure that you make enough profit using this. I can tell you this for free. Yeah. So the currency towards my right are the weak ones. So dollar is weak right now, as you can see. So this is a confirmation of the analysis we just did, right? This is a confirmation of the analysis we just did, that dollar is weak. AUD is strong, as you can see. So the currency towards my left are the strong currencies, right? All of these ones, the ones towards my right are the weak ones. So guys, we have confirmed the weakness. So that means we may want to trade against the dollar for this money. Okay, so but that will be scalping. Please don't forget, because this strength may not last. That will be scalping. Now, as you can see that the dollar has moved one place, right? That's moved from here to here. So that will be scalping. Now, even though on the higher time frame we have seen a shift, don't forget, please. Don't forget. Very important. All right. Okay. Sorry, please. What the website is finviz.com, guys. Yeah, that's it. All right then. So let me continue. Thank you very much. So let me switch again. So let's start our analysis from Euro USD. So let's look at what Euro USD should be telling us. So I'll go to Euro USD, right? Now, please don't forget the analysis we did on the USD IDX, right? Because all of the currency pair we are going to analyze, right? So there is USD in it, okay? So that means they will be connected. They will be connected. Very important, please. They'll be connected, okay? All right, so let's look at Euro USD here. So on Euro USD, now that same shift we saw, market structure shift we saw on the USD IDX, I think we're having the same shift here. So you agree with me on this H4 time frame. This is pushed to the upside. This is retracement to the downside, very healthy for the market. And of course, this is another push to the upside, right? Break of structure to the upside. This is another retracement. So the low that is responsible for taking out the high becomes a strong low. So this low is a strong low, right? So that means the market is supposed to respect this low. But guess what? There was a violation. The market traded against or below that low. Okay, that's a shift. So but after that shift, you can see the market is trying to trade up again, right? So maybe the market is trying to give us a higher price, right? A premium price, so that we can start doing the selling on the higher time frame H4. Maybe, just maybe. Remember, one way to do it right is to do it wrong. So don't be afraid. Just maybe the market is trying to give us a much better price. So this price is pushing towards, it has gone above 50%, right? Equilibrium is pushing up towards this level, right? So because of this shift, the market might just start trading downward, right? So what we are looking at for is to see, but if this movement successfully goes above this high, then we are back to the upward momentum. But if it trades below this low, then of course there is a shift, right? And the market started trading downward. Okay, now this is it for H4 time frame. Now let me see what's happening on H1 time frame. Very important. And of course, I'll now switch over to my choice time frame. Okay, now you can see this very fine movement we have here, guys. Very fine movement. Okay, so nice one, because I'm seeing bullish engulfing here, another bullish engulfing here. Okay, so I would like to do a from what we saw some weakness in the dollar. I would like to take advantage of that weakness. Okay, so I've seen a bullish engulfing here, right? So after that bullish engulfing, I mean, this big bullish candlestick is bigger than this red one. It's called bullish engulfing. Okay, so so I might want to wait for a retracement. So this is a sign that the market is trading upward, right? Now I will now go to a 15 minutes time frame. You all know that very well, right? 15 minutes time frame. So in this 15 minutes time frame is my entry time frame, right? So the time frame I would like to enter the trade on. I hope you guys are following up this analysis, right? This one is slow and steady. Okay, so now I will want to wait for a retracement, right? Because retracement is good, is healthy. So I will want to wait for a retracement, something like this, before I can do my buy. Now, of course, you know, if it retraces like this, so you can see my 2 moving average, they are fanning up very beautiful 21, of course, and 50. So of course, if it retraces towards this level, right, something like this, look at this, please. Because if you look at this chart very well, you understand the way we analyze. So there was a push upward like this, right? Then of course, at this point, should you buy here? No, you should wait for retracement. This is a retracement. So those that entered buy here are those that will enjoy these dividends of democracy. I mean, these profits. All right. So somewhere around here. Okay, because see now, see this bullish engulfing here. So the same thing, please. The same thing. If you look at the chart very well, you will receive wisdom on how to analyze the market, right? It's so simple, guys. It's so simple, guys. But you have to be consistent on it. So so look at this retracement. So we're expecting a retracement. So if the market comes around this area, so quickly you want to do a buy around this area, guys, so that we can be fast. You want to do a buy around this area, right? So this area, so you can see my mouse pointer hovering there, 1.09225 to 1.09280. So around this area. So if the market retraces around this area, you want to do a buy. Remember, this is for intraday scalpers, right? So a buy around this area, stop loss can be here, right? Stop loss can be there, or stop loss can be here. So 2 places you can use as stop loss depending on your risk tolerance, right? And of course, you can use the same distance as your take profit. So buy around this area. So that would be a buy limit around this area, right? Now that's for Euro USD. So you guys are following, right? Hello, everyone. Are you guys still following?
Yes, we are following.
Thank you, sir. Danny, I can see you there. All right. So a retracement towards this area, I can do a buy here. Now, please, that's for Euro USD. But don't forget the analysis we did. Don't forget the analysis we did on H4 time frame, right? So we have seen a shift. That shift means this instrument might just start trading downward, right? For a long term, please don't forget. Now, let me do GBP USD very fast. This is already 8:32, and this is when we want to start GBP USD. But guess what? The analysis we have done, the explanation we have done, I'm sure is to equip you, right? Is to equip you so that on your own you can be able to be doing some small analysis by yourself. Okay, which is very good. All right, so now, okay, you're asking Benson, you're asking entry point for swing, right? For swingers. Okay, let me give you entry point for swing. Now for the swing, please for the swing, you don't want to do a buy for the swing, right? You want to do a sell because this IDX, this USD IDX might just retrace from here and start going upward. So if it's retracing from here and start going upward, Euro USD on the H4 time frame, I'm trying to answer you now. Euro USD might just start trading downward. Okay, sorry, this is daily. So Euro USD for the swing, please, this one nice for the swing. Okay, so for the swing, if the market can pump up now, it has gone above 50, which is good, very fine, fantastic. So if the market can just trade inside this area for the swing guys, so swing traders, you might want to take advantage if it trades around this area, right? Now that would be for a sell, please. For swing, this area, I'm sure you can see this area, right? So around this area, you can start doing a sell. So that means you wait for a much premium price. So if you pump up inside this area, by that time those on a daily time frame, sorry, those intraday traders, they must have seen some profit on their buy. So before you now start taking the sell from here downward. Okay, so now that's for you. Someone is asking what is swing trader. Wonderful. Bensi, I can see you there. Thank you. A swing trader is someone that can is one swing of the market is a movement of price that moves in a particular direction for a longer time, right? That longer time can be for a day, 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. So a swing trader is someone that actually want to trade in that direction, right? That want to stay longer on the market, right? Of course, those that stay longer on the market, they make bigger profit. And of course, they have bigger capital. They have bigger capital, please. Don't forget that. So the analysis is on the higher time frame, right? All right, so time is running really very fast. Time is running really very. So GBP USD very fast so that we can look at gold. And of course, oil, the indices. Okay, please. On GBP USD. Now, please don't forget on this H4 time frame, this is the low that must be taken out before we can say we have experienced a change in the market's direction or a market structure shift. So this is the low. So if you notice in recent time, the market has been the market has successfully created what we call a local support here. So the market created this support by itself. So this the first time it traded to this level, it bounced off, right? The second time it traded to this level, it bounced off. The third time it traded to this level, it bounced off. So that's what we call local support there, right? Now, what actually gives value to the support is because once traders sees a support, right? So they want to now start buying on the support, right? So that buy on the support increases demand on top of the support. So that is where the momentum comes in and pushes the price upward. So it simply means if this price can trade again towards this level, I will still want to do a buy. Right, because the higher time frame, right? So my directional bias is still bullish. So if you can trade on top of this support, I will still want to do a buy. Guys, you can see this, right? So it bounced up the first time, second time, the third time, the fourth time, because see my structural low is still being respected, right? And protected. The structural low is still being respected and protected. So that will give me more confidence to want to do a buy from here. Okay. So it means, but remember on this H4 time frame, this is our target liquidity, right? Don't forget the target liquidity is resting above the highs. So let me highlight here. So the target liquidity is resting above the high. So anytime the market is on an upward trend, the target is always above the previous high, right? So that means it can do all of these things as an internal structure, and maybe by the end of the day, please, when I say end of the day, I don't mean today, okay? Because this is H4 time frame. So it might take some time for it to trade above this level, okay? So, but for intraday traders, which we are right now, so we might be seeing this instrument trading to tap this area, okay? So let me go down to 1 hour and see what we're having there. 1 hour and see what we're having there. Okay, so please, so you can see that line I drew on the H4 time frame. So you may want to also do a buy limit here, just like I gave you on Euro USD, a buy limit here. So if this instrument can trade inside this choice and of course choice area, or if you like point of interest. So because this is the point that interests us the most. Why? Because buyers are massively waiting here to buy. Okay, you're asking what's the take profit for Euro USD. Okay, so that stop loss I gave, you can do ×1 of that stop loss or ×2 of the stop loss for the take profit. So that is how we do it. Okay, so once you have your stop loss, ×1 ×2 can be used as your take profit. Oh, so if the market can retrace inside this area, I want to do a buy. So let me look at what 15 minutes time frame have to say. Same thing, guys. It has not changed. Same thing. So you wait for a retracement. So we do a lot of waiting on the market. But on this 15 minutes time frame, because remember we checked that financial visuals, we saw strength in the pounds. I'm sure you can remember we saw strength in the pounds. So let me check it again because it's acting as our currency meter here. So we saw some strength in the pound. So because the pound is stronger right now, right, than the dollar. So a buy on GBP USD will not be bad, but we're only waiting for a much cheaper price, what we call a discounted price. Okay, so that's what we saw there. So now please, you may want to wait to this level, right, for the buy. But for the aggressive guys, so I'm going to give you 2 entries here, right here. So because see my moving average here, right? So you can see that we have a crossover here. So if it retraces inside here, so I'll give you 2 entry. So this is my first entry here. Then of course this is my second entry. Remember, this second entry is the best, right? Because this area is a strong support. Don't forget, this second entry remains the best because we saw the same entry on H4 time frame. We saw it on H1 time frame, and now we are seeing the same entry. This one I'm moving right now. We are seeing the same entry on 15 minutes time. So it's actually a very strong level. But however, you can still do a very fast buy here if the price trade inside this in between these 2 moving average, right? If the price trade in between the 2 moving average, so you can do an aggressive entry. Remember, anytime you want to do aggressive entry, then you have to reduce your lot size. Okay, reduce your lot size. All right, so so that means if you do that, we are looking at taking it. Oh, sorry. So if you do that, so we are looking at taking the price from this level up for another break of structure, right? Another break of structure here. So if it comes inside here, you may want to do a buy. So perhaps you want to cut your lot size into 2 and do a buy here. So if it falls down lower, you might want to complete it here. Or you can just wait. If it gets towards this level, you do your buy. I hope you guys are following. So that means if you do a buy here, your take profit will just be above this high, right? So remember, it's capping, right? Your take profit will just be above this high. So this area will be your take profits. So if you're buying here at this price, right? You can see, trying to show you the price. Your take profit will have to be here. But of course, your stop loss we have to be above this our verified support here. Your stop loss will have to be here. All right, so that's for GBP USD. Let me look at some questions we have. Say, please analyze USD CAD, Euro, AUD, US 100. Wow. Please do AUD USD. Emmanuel, I can see you there. Namesake. So let's do AUD USD. So before that AUD USD, we have seen strength in watch this, please. We have seen strength in AUD, right? So you can see that AUD has some strength here, right? In fact, it's the strongest currency at the moment, right? So against the dollar. So that means automatically if AUD is here, the dollar is here, it means AUD US, AUD being the base currency, the instrument will be pumping and pushing towards the upside, right? To be pumping, so it will be going up. So even before opening the charts, we can tell that AUD USD on H1 time frame, M30, M15, it should be pumping up, it should be trading towards the upside. So if it's trading towards the upside, now let me excuse me. So if it is trading towards the upside, it means AUD USD, yeah. Okay, this year's JPY is so beautiful. Oh. The market today is just wonderful, man. So AUD USD should be trading towards the upside on lower time frame, right? So this is H4 time frame. I'm trying to honor your request, Emmanuel. So this H4 time frame, right? You can see this, right? H4 time frame. So on the H4 time frame, what can we deduce from here, sir? We can deduce what we can see here is now. Pardon me, I like to do it from H4 time frame. Okay, so we saw a movement here. We saw a shift, and immediately the market broke every other thing and went down again. So this is downward movement because this is the high that broke this low. So this becomes a strong high. So this is supposed to be a strong high, not weak resistance. So this is supposed to be a strong resistance from the market structure perspective. Okay, so right now we are seeing a retracement to the upside, right? Now it gave some consolidation before it started retracing. But if you look at so if you look at 15 minutes, 30 minutes time frame, so this is 30 minutes time frame. Okay, let's do H1 first. So this is H1 time frame. From what we can see here, right? So we have seen a push to the upside. So this place where the market got this big impulsive move, that's what they normally call order block. So the market, so that means there's a big, for the fact that it was from here, the market started moving upwards. So this can be called an order block. It means there's a very large pool of orders here. Buy orders, please. So that means if the market can tap this area again, I want to do a buy. Are you with me? If the market can tap this area again, tap the liquidity inside here, I want to do a buy. Right, so that means I'll wait for a much cheaper price so I can buy it. And of course, if you buy it, it's usually the best kind of trade because it gives you a very tight stop loss, right? And of course, a good risk to return ratio. So your buy will be inside here, inside this area, inside this order block here. And of course, your stop loss will not be below these lows. So you can see that for some time, the market has been struggling to trade below this area. Yeah, so that's where you set your stop loss. Remember, the way we set stop loss, right? The psychology of setting stop loss is to hide it. So you want to write it down somewhere. You hide the stop loss. That means you keep your stop loss in a place where it will be difficult for the price to get there because you don't want the price to hit your stop loss. And of course, you expose the take profit. You want to write it down. You expose the take profit. So that means you keep your take profit in a place where it will be easy for the price to get there. Very important. Okay, so if this is where your stop loss would be, then your take profit can be that same distance or times 2 of it. Why not? Because you may want to put it up here because this becomes our target point. Now, this for this one, right? So this is a conservative analysis. So let me give you a more aggressive analysis. A more aggressive analysis, okay, you can use which time will permit us. So you can use your Fibonacci and draw from this low, right? You draw from this low to this high, So if this market can trade below 50%, I'll start doing the buying from there, right? Remember what we are doing right here, we are trying to trade the retracement to the upside because the H4 time frame is going down. We are trying to trade the retracement because we have seen this struggle here, these choppy candles, right? So that means there is a very strong support holding the price right here. So the price may just start trading up, and then to confirm that as a way of confluence, so we can see that the price gave a very big impulsive move up here. Okay, so for you now, if the price trade is for AUD USD, if it trades inside just below my 50%, inside this, okay, let me shade it for you. If the market can trade inside this area, I will want to do an aggressive entry with the buy. Please, stop loss will still be the same thing. Take profit will still be the same thing. I hope you got that understanding. Wow. I think that's this analysis is for you requested for it, and I've been able to honor it. So enjoy the profits. Now, okay, now that's for AUD USD. Now let me look at the chat room and get some question. So, okay, fine. Angela, you're asking, so in a situation like this, can we do buy limit? Of course, you can do buy limits. You can do buy limits. You can do buy limits, okay? So if you're here and you don't know how to do buy stop, sell stop, please have a video. We have a video for you, okay? So you can just chat me up. I'll drop my number. You're here, you cannot set stop loss. You cannot set pending orders, buy stop, sell stop, buy limit, sell limit. You can just chat me up at the end. I will give you a video for that. Or you can just go straight to our website, our YouTube channel. You'll see a video there. Go to YouTube, just type Rally Trades. You will see a video there, okay? Now, please, you can do a buy limit here. You can even do two buy limit. You can do buy limit here and of course do another buy limit here, and they just allow the price to give you a much cheaper price. No, we have not done good, please. We have not done good. Ernest, I can see you there. We have not done good, please. Everybody's trying to put their question at the same time. Okay, let me take another question, please. For this person here, he said analyze USD card and Euro AUD. Okay, let me just pick one. Let's do USD. Let's do USD card. Or let's do Euro AUD. Which one now? All right, so let's just do Euro AUD because we have been doing USD. Let's do Euro AUD. So Euro AUD there. I think after this one, we'll just jump straight to gold, right? After this one, we'll jump straight to gold. So this is Euro AUD on the H4 time frame. This is Euro AUD on the H4 time frame. Please, I hope you guys are setting those pending orders. So this is Euro AUD on the H4 time frame. So on Euro AUD on the H4 time frame, you can see that this instrument is trading towards the upside, right? So the trend is up. The trend is up. The trend is up. Now, if the trend is up, we can go down to a H1 time frame so that we can see things more clearly. Okay. So this instrument is still trading towards the upside, right? Because this is the last break of structure. This is the last strong low here responsible for taking out this high. Euro AUD, please, I'm trying to do this one. This is the last low responsible for taking out this high, right? So the market has retraced to this level. It's a very fine retracement because I think this retracement has protected or is trying to honor, is trying to respect this low, right? And it started trading upwards. So that means the target liquidity will be above this high. The target liquidity will be above this high. So if the market can trade above this high, right? So that's what we're looking at. So Euro USD might just Euro AUD rather might just trade more up towards the upside like this. Why am I saying so? Is because at this level, right? So this is where it retraced. So let's see why it actually retraced there. So I'll draw from this low, Fibonacci. You ask for Fibonacci. This I'm using it right now. I'll draw from the low. Why did I pick this low and not this low? Because it was this low that took out this high. So I'll draw from this low to this high. So you can see that this particular place where it retraced, right? It's just around our 61.8, so which means it's a good retracement. It's a good area to retrace, and I started trading upward again. So the target will just be this high, right? So that means I want to look out for. Now this is where I'm supposed to start the buy. So around there you should have been taking profits for intraday, right? But if you want to wait till it gets here, that would be for you have to stay longer on the market. Okay, so let me look at 15 minutes time frame to see what we can get from there. So 15 minutes time frame to see what we can get there. Guys, I hope all of you are following this analysis. So this would have been the best place for the buy, I'm telling you. So if you buy here, it may just be very aggressive. Why? Because we have seen enough movement to the upside. So for you that asks for Euro AUD, if you have a buy trade already, you please leave that trade running, please. If you have a buy trade already, you want to leave that trade running. Okay, you want to leave that trade running. So see what you do. So this my moving averages are 50 and 21. So you may want to put 50 and 21 moving average on your chart. So a time will come when the slow moving average 21 will cross the 50 period, right? So once that happens, then you can start doing your buy. I hope you understand what I mean. So now look up here, you can see that this green is 21, is above the blue, right, which is 50. So that same thing will happen here again. So once this green crosses above this blue, then you want to start doing the buy. So that means the buy. So this market might just do something like this, and of course now do a retracement. Now at that point, the green must have crossed above the blue. So that's why you want to do your buy. So you are buying, please. You're buying. So you're buying. So I can see you there, Franco. Thank you very much. So how do you do that Fibonacci? You just pick it up and draw, please. Oh my God. Okay, fine. So I think we are doing, you guys are following very well. Okay, thank you very much. Let's do gold, please. Time is really running very fast. So time is running very fast. So let's do gold, please. So let me look at gold. So on this gold right here, on the H4 time frame, you can see that gold is still bearish, guys. Gold is still bearish. That's the first thing you want to know. So every time you want to trade, the first thing you want to do is to get your bias. Get your bias. And that bias is called directional bias. Okay, so now the reason for getting a bias is so that you can be firm, your decision can be strong whether to buy or to sell. No, it's not that anybody that just whisper to you buy, say no, you should have a bias. Okay. So you should have a bias. The bias keeps your feet very strong on the ground. Okay. No, remember, a double-minded man, right, is the guy that is shaking. So once you have a bias, you will not be shaking again. So quickly, since this is still trading down on the H4 time frame, you can see confirm with my moving average fanning downward. So I will go to lower time frame. Right now, this lower time frame is for intraday traders. So let's see what we can do. Remember, support and resistance, very important. So gold has really, on the lower time frame, gold has really been trading sideways. On the lower time frame, gold has really been trading sideways. This is what I mean. So it has been going through this range, right? So look at this range. Gold has been going through this range. So anytime you catch a range on the market, you want to take advantage of it. So what do? You only trade at the resistance and support of that range. Okay, you don't trade at the middle, you don't trade at the middle, you don't trade at the middle. Very important. So what do? You wait until it trades up to this area. You can do a sell, or you wait until it trades down to this area. You can do a buy. Now, this is what we are seeing on the H1 time frame. We are seeing a range. We are seeing a range, right? We are seeing a range. So if I move to 50, let's see there. Same thing, please. Same thing. So you want to do what we call waiting. Remember, in this business, waiting is trading. You may want to write it down. Okay. you may want to write it down. In trading, waiting is trading. In this business, waiting is trading. So you may want to wait, and of course, waiting is profitable, right? So you may want to wait until good pumps lower towards this verify support here before you can do a buy. Or if it pumps higher towards this verify resistance. So let me show you the area. So the area is here. So around this area. So 193, so around this area, please, you can start doing your selling. So around this area, you want to do a sell limit, and of course, here you want to do a buy limit, 1921 to 1922. Okay, please don't forget. So now that's for gold. Time is really running very fast. Okay, let's do US 100. So many persons are on US 100. So let's do US 100, please. US 100, guys. US 100, please. Okay, I have US 100. Yeah. So this is US 100, yeah, right? So this instrument has been pumping upward until recent time. We have been seeing some that have been slowing down, right? That have been slowing down. So this instrument trading towards its downside, please take note, this instrument trading towards its downside like this indicates that the dollar is gaining strength, right? Started gaining strength. And of course, we saw from the USD IDX, on the H4 time frame that the dollar have shifted. Don't forget this, please. We saw that the dollar, right? The dollar have done a market structure shift. I just start seeing this instrument pumping and trading upward. Remember what we said with this analysis. Don't forget, when I see this instrument start doing something like this, don't forget this, please. In fact, this particular session is being recorded, so you can go back and watch again. So that means for US 100, for US 100, it should start trading downward, and that's what it is already doing. It should start trading down. So we saw this big move towards the downside, right? So you can see this big move here. So this is this big bearish candle covering this bullish candle is called bearish engulfing, right? So what actually caused this engulfing? So we might see some reasons there. So there might be an order block here. So let me go down to a lower time frame. 15 minutes or 30 minutes will serve. Okay, so you see where it actually pushed downward from, right? So this is it. So this was where it actually pushed downward from here. So the bullish candle before that move, so you just cycle the whole area. So, and of course, you can see that there was a range, right? Can you see how everything is just connecting? There was a range before that move. So, and I was trying to cycle this move. Okay, so if this instrument trade inside this area, I will still want to do a sell, right? I will still want to do a sell. Take note, you can see this trend line, right? This trend line is fanning down very beautifully. So if this instrument trade inside this area, I want to do a sell. So that means I don't want to sell now. I'll wait until this price give me something like this. So you can see that it's actually a very big area, right? So that means you can enter two or three times inside there. Yeah, like you can spread it, right? So you can do a sell here. You can do another. For those of us that want to take advantage, of so for those of us that want to take advantage of this move upward, right? Because you can take advantage of this move upward. So before you do that, you must have a market structure shift, or what we call change of character. So we have not seen that. So you may still want to wait. Okay. So see what I mean. We have this movement to the downside, right? So we have this impulse to the upside. So we have also another movement to the downside, right? So that's a change of break of structure there. So you can see this was the last high that took out this low. So the market have not taken out this high. So so that means you are waiting. So if the market takes out this high, right, something like this, just please follow me, please. If the market takes out this high, I mean, if the market trade above this high, something like this, and of course it has to do a retracement, something like this, somewhere here, that's where you can start doing your buying to enter inside here. Okay, I'm sure you follow that, and that's where you can start doing your buying to enter inside there. Okay, for those of you that want to buy inside here, but the analysis is because this instrument is trading downward, you want to guys, we are back. The network was bad, but I think we are good now. Please confirm if you can hear me. Guys, we are back. We are back. Sorry about that glitch, please. Can you hear me? Yes. Okay, fine. Thank you. Thank you. The network was a little bit bad, but we are back. Yeah, I'll drop my phone number. Okay. So I was saying, let me just repeat what you guys missed. I was saying this is where we are to start doing our selling from, right? On US 100. On US 100, right? So you have to wait until the price trade inside this area before you can sell. You have to wait. Okay. Remember, I said waiting is profitable. Waiting is trading. Don't forget, please. So wait until the price trade inside this area before you can start doing your selling. Now, but for those of you that want to take advantage of that move towards that area, so you don't want to start doing the buying from here. You have to wait until you can see a sign that the market is actually pushing upward, and that sign is, we call it change of character. Okay, so or we call it impulsive move. So see what I mean. So this is a movement to the downside. This is retracement to the upside. Now it moved down and took out this low to form a new low. So right now the market is here. It has not gone above this high. So if the market trade above this high, is a first sign that the market is about to go up. So you have to wait until this price trade above this high. And of course, if it does that, something like this line, you have to wait for a retracement before you can enter the buy. So the inside here should be your take profits. Inside this area should be your take profit. Now that's for US 100. It's already past 9, guys, so we should be rounding up by now. Okay, we didn't cover a lot of instruments, but then the little ones we cover, I think we are not just giving you entries. We are telling you how we are getting it, right? So that on your own you can even analyze those instruments you want to do, you want to trade. So let me do D30, the last one. You have requested for it. So you have requested for D30. So you are Richard, you ask if you can buy now. No, the answer is no, please. Wait until for Richard, wait until for US 100, wait until we can see a change of character. I mean, until the market trade above this high. If not, it will just be a fake out, right? Until market trade above this high, retrace again, then before you can do a buy. Please, that's what you do, okay? All right, you guys are good. You guys are following. So D30, quick one. The last one, D30. So on D30, let's see what D30 is doing on the D1 time frame. So we are having the market is raining bearish to the downside, right? Bearish to the downside. So we have series of red candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For 7 straight days, the market has been trading downward. Wonderful. So on the H4 time frame, let's see what we have there. So the market is trying to rest a little bit here, right? That's what we can deduce here. Of course, clearly this market have changed. I've already done a change, a shift, right? Because this was the low that should not be taken out, but guess what? It has been violated. So this low has been taken out. So the market is already trading downward, please. So that means for swing traders, if you have a sell trade, you may want to still leave it open to make more profit, please. You may want to still leave it open to make more profits. Okay, don't forget that, please. Now for swing traders, then for intradays, let me look at H1 time frame, then I'll do 15 minutes quick one. For H1 time frame, so we are already seeing a bearish engulfing here, right? We are seeing a bearish engulfing here. And that bearish engulfing is happening at my 21 and 50 period moving average. So this would be a good time to do a sell. This would be a good time to do a sell, right? So this would be our first instant. So this would be a good time to do a sell here. So that would be a sell there. So then your take profit has to be on this area, right? Take profit has to be here. Then of course the stop loss have to be just above this high. So this is just 1:1, right? As you can see, this is just 1:1. So now the reason is the market is trading massively downward. That's number one. Then number two, we are seeing a bearish engulfing here, right? So that means the last period, the sellers took the market away from the buyers. That's the meaning, right? Okay. So that's for now. Please, this is just what do I call it now? This is just for scalpers, right? Intradays, okay, because it's very short. Now for the long term, for the swing trader on the H4 time frame, you may want to wait for a good retracement. Okay, so if I'm to draw my move, the market structure movements, you can see a low here, and of course this is and this is retracement towards the upside, right? Then of course it has broke the structure to give us a new low. So the market will be trying to do another retracement, which it has done. As you can see, it has already done that, right? So how much retracement is a good retracement? The answer to that question is to use Fibonacci. So with Fibonacci here, the market has already traded above 61.8. So both swing traders and intraday traders, you can do a sell, right? And put your stop loss just above this level. So guys, I think this is where we'll draw the curtain. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for staying with me. This 1 hour already. So let me just drop my numbers when I do 26264507. Emmanuel. So guys, may the market be with you. Thank you very much. So please, just in case you miss, you can do well to join us to check YouTube. Just type Rally Trade on YouTube, search for Rally Trade on YouTube. You will see the same session, of course, being recorded. Okay, so you watch the recorded version. Thank you, guys. Bye for now.